Welcome back to Let's Play DDO Permadeath. And I'm going to start the Catacombs chain this time. I've done everything that I can do for now at level 2, so on to level 3 quests. And the first 2 quests of this chain should get me to level 5, I expect.
The sanctuary is quiet, save for distant scratching sounds. The smell of blood hangs thick. Something awful has happened here. In the western cells, blood and bodies are everywhere, as are webs. Perhaps spiders are responsible for the slaughter. Rows of cells lie ahead. You should look in them for signs of Marguerite.
No use having the stunning hand wraps on for most of this chain. So nothing in this quest should be very risky except the big zombie fight, of course. Which will be fun at the end of the quest. Although I survived it on a weaker character on my sorcerer, so it should be manageable. So I was talking a bit about the build of this character in an earlier video.
This lever indicate that it controls the gates. The rattle of a portcullis echoes up the passage behind you.
And, I talked a bit about it since I didn't say very much, because I don't have very much planned out. Basically, I just have the feats written down, and nothing else. I'm just planning to go wisdom-based and max out the light monk abilities. One thing I notice a lot in other people's character builds, though, is they talk much more about equipment. At least a lot of the stuff on the DDO wiki does, for instance. I don't know if it's just a Permadeath thing, or...
along with something else, the faint tang of decay in the air.
I don't know if it's a Permadeath thing, or just something that different people do differently, but I never plan any equipment at all for my characters. Even on a monk, and monk is probably the class, certainly that used to be the one where there was particular items that you really had to get to have an effective build. And it's still the case that the Garments of Equilibrium and the Vampiric Stone Dust Wraps are some of the best gear you can get for a monk in the 10 to 20 range.
The stench of corruption grows stronger. Maybe the spiders didn't kill these people after all. Maybe it was something else.
That said, even on my previous monk solo, I didn't worry about equipment, and generally on all my builds I don't plan equipment in advance at all. Maybe that's a Permadeath thing, because it's just too difficult and risky to keep running some of the to just grind through content trying to get particular items. And maybe it's because some non-Permadeath players are able to hand down a lot of useful equipment, which obviously isn't permitted in the Permadeath rules. At least in my guild's rules, and I think all the others are at least as strict on that point. Okay, getting to the problem fight here.
There's something on the floor in this cell. A ragpaper note hastily scrawled upon and left amid the carnage.
I think I will stay in the doorway this time. I did have some success on the sorcerer running around, but his attacks were much slower, so it made sense to keep distance between himself and the enemies. Whereas with this guy, I will be healing off of the zombies, so I don't think it matters so much if I go toe-to-toe with them. I will go power attack though, and make sure I have my flaming hand wraps on to maximize my damage against the zombies. Alright. And I will do my usual thing here where I back up to fight in the doorway even before the door opens, so I don't get caught out by the door opening and when I kill the other enemies. Alright, buffed up, here we go. Yay, all 4 monk buffs on at once. Light monk buffs. Yep, that was no trouble at all. Alright, conquest obtained. The second quest in the chain is a bit more dangerous, but doesn't have the one really big fight that first quest does. Flaming Burst versus my flaming hand wraps. Interesting. Wow, health plus 3 and speed on a ring. That looks pretty nice. Several good items, but that has to be the best by a long way. Health plus 3 for level 5. I remember to speak to the guy twice. I don't think I did. Easy mistake to make, since the chain did not used to require that.
Archbishop Dryden waits to speak with you at the top of his dais.
Okay, time for part 2. Yes, this will get me to level 5.
The dead rumble throughout the sanctuary. Their numbers must be growing. The scrape of bone against stone sounds from the north wing. Something strange ahead. The bloodstains on the floor seem to go through the wall on the right. You have found a secret room. This must be where the warden kept his keys. His body lies on the floor, twisted in death.
This chest is safe if you don't get up on the pedestal. Indeed, I'll be well past the minimum for level 5, since there's quite a bit of optional XP in here as well. And I will be doing all of the side areas to get all of the bonuses. Yes, they definitely have done something strange with the enemy pathing. They do like to run away from you sometimes now. Alright, all clear up here.
The stench of walking corpses hangs thick in the air here.
There are some nasty traps in this quest, but they're all behind locked doors, I think. And cleave is proving useful against those bats. Another shrine behind me, which I don't need.
The undead have battered these doors relentlessly. You might be able to open them now with the master key. This way lies Minan's ward. The reek of the undead is almost palpable.
Okay, this is the big fight here. Mustn't get carried away and charge into it early. A big fight with multiple skeleton veterans, or knights. Yeah, that didn't go too well. I landed my healing curse on the bat rather than the skeleton. That would have gone much better if I'd landed the curse on the knight there. I am gradually healing myself back up though.
A dirt-caked man stares at you from across the room, his eyes glazed with madness. Fitzwood vanishes before your eyes.
Also, if I had landed my trip, that would have helped as well. Okay, all clear.
The exit gate slams closed as you approach. On the south, you hear another portcullis clatter open. The south wing. This way you hear the rattle of iron, the low metallic growling.
Alright, lost a bit of health there, but not too bad. That's not a bad item. Although I have that plus con ring as well, so I probably won't have a slot for that. I don't think this one is trappy.
This lever may open the way out.
This is the tough one. I had a hard time against the free iron defenders when I first came into this area, so this fight will be tougher than that, I think. That said, they are spread out. Hopefully I can kill the one here before the other two are on me.
In the distance, the exit gate lines up the road. Several nearby doors open as well. You hear clattering and growling from within.
They didn't even... They didn't even find their way to me. Again, the enemy pathing seems a bit busted there. Okay, all clear and all bonuses obtained. I did just miss aggression, or conquest. because I couldn't get into the locked doors, of course. Okay, that's it for this video. I will go and take level 5. See you next time.